Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's a strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield. He's going to walk one deep. He's got a man. Complete. A big pickup of 38.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
SOS. Why? Get wide. Watch twist.
Real.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, and he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Check, 47.
Here's Allen to throw it. And Jeffrey's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Washington gets it going right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line. My 19! March 47! Don't get nervous.
They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
180.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw, Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Check, 47. Watch the pass.
Allen off the play fake. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Hey, switch gears. Pistol. Check 52.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
No. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Here's Mayfield feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Buying time to his left. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Washington. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Allen. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. And all the way home for a Broncos score. That punt returned 66 yards, and it goes the distance. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 10-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big play here for the Bills. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, on 133. Hey, Zoo. Mike 58, right there.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 30, the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 1st down, it's Washington again. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on now because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
The most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is it's got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. The handoff right side. It's Washington. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Jim, alert! Jim. Check. Tupper!
On 1st and goal, Washington. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out here in the eye.
Watch the run. Switch.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. DeAndre Washington as the first half is winding down as they have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing
dashing through the snow and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay in the final seconds of the first half as his guys have now moved out in front. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And all the way down to the 29. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They'll run on first down with Cannon. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. They'll run again with Cannon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Throwing his Allen on third. That one caught by Ellison. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his second touchdown of the afternoon as they have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Check safety, check safety.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
But while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. Hurry. It's going to be a long day. Check, check, check. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Check, 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 check.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Denver.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Real. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Hurry, hurry. Small back for the offense. Let's go.
And Mayfield just getting the play on. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put
Yeah,
there.
didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Give me some.
Throwing, Mayfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
First down, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Regular.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this one complete to Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Right back to Washington. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 31. Play action, now it's Allen. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it right side with Cannon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
40! 47. Check, 47. Record. 49, check 49, check 49. Once we go.
On play action, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bills on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They run with Washington. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To the air, Allen. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
King. 49 to Mike, Mark 49.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Mayfield now. Perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Regular. Under 10. 10.
Mayfield. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Heavy on the edges. Alert. Point it right.
Mayfield with it once more. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Mayfield now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Alert.
They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. Able to push his way through. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Bills take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start the drive with Washington. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Here's Allen to throw it. Open man is Allison, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a big 32-yard play on third. Now a give, right side. Cannon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trenton Cannon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed.
Super toe.
At the 28-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On first down, right back to Lindsey. Jerry Hughes on the stop. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Shift! Watch the shift! Kill! Hey, turn it up!
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hey! I got you. Hurry! Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Double dog. That's the way. Hey, check. Point it right. He's checking. Hurry. Check 43. Showing it. Watch that. Run.
On third down, it's Lindsey.
It's run.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hurry! Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Hurry! Bud, be ready! Hey, watch this! Check 37! Point it right.
They're going with Lindsey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
First down, Broncos. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.